Kia gave its compact SUV, the Sportage, a dramatic redesign with a lot of visual cues that don't necessarily align with the rest of the Kia brand, for better or for worse. Let's take a closer look here at the auto show. Now, overall, the new Sportage is about an inch and a half longer than its predecessor, and very, very different looking. You've got a lot going on up here just in terms of the lighting elements alone. This SX model here at the auto show, there's kind of 4 bulbs down here. There's just some different, very interesting looking things up here. Kia's grille does sort of carry over in its general shape, but again, a very different looking car than pretty much anything else in Kia's lineup. A little more continuity with the rest of Kia in back here, where the new Sportage gets these sort of bands of continuous light coming around. Looks like a fair number of other Kia's cars. Pretty well executed right there. There's actually this reflector, though, that comes across the whole middle shape of the car. Interesting. We've seen that on a few other cars now at the LA Auto Show for 2015. Maybe it's catching on. Now, Kia says interior legroom and headroom measurements are up just a tad in both rows here. Materials overall inside the new Sportage seem to be pretty comparable to the rest of the segment, just in terms of quality of things like headliner and where your arms and your elbows, your knees kind of end up here. A pretty horizontal dashboard here with pretty familiar controls if you've been in any Kia product lately. A lot of available features here. Heated and ventilated seats here, a heated steering wheel, power seats, power passenger seat with a power height adjuster. Again, that's pretty rare in this segment. Things like a panoramic moonroof overhead. Now, there are 5, 7, and 8-inch center screens available. Kia says Android Auto and Apple CarPlay will eventually be available in the new Sportage. Now, despite just kind of the real minimal additions in terms of measurements, backseat room actually seems really good here. Nicely packaged just in terms of legroom. I'm 6 feet tall, that's where I'd sit to drive. And the seating height off the floor of the vehicle here. Adults' knees shouldn't be uncomfortably elevated. I have plenty of room, and it doesn't come at the expense of headroom, which I still have plenty of left over, despite the fact that there's a panoramic moonroof in this car. In other big news, cargo room behind the rear seats up about 4.5 cubic feet now to nearly 31 cubic feet. That's not exceptional in the class, but certainly much more competitive than the prior Sportage, which had a pretty small cargo area. The Sportage continues to offer 2 4-cylinder engines, one of them turbocharged, but Kia says it's actually removed a little bit of power in the name of fuel economy. It's also done some tuning to improve ride quality. Both things kind of fell a little bit short in the outgoing Sportage relative to its competitors, so we're excited to see what Kia has cooked up with this new one, and we'll find out closer to its on-sale date sometime in 2016.